we're talking about something that happened to us and we'd like to write it down on papers or notebooks. So I would like to tell you a story. An important story happened to me, and I'd like to share this story.
Story happened to you, or something happened?
Something happened to me. Yes. One of my friends, I don't remember exactly his name.
Okay,
but he told me something that was so important to the extent that it changed my life.
Your friend changed your life?
Yes, changed my life. This thing was
Was she girl?
No, it was a boy. Told me something that was very important to me, but I don't completely remember it.
So tell us how it changed you.
Life, you don't know his name.
Good point. If I write down these important things,
okay.
so I would remember.
Okay, this is a great point.
Okay. Because I didn't
write it down.
That event, and as you know, that we are always busy and our minds are always awkward. So I forgot the events, and I couldn't tell you what happened to me that changed my life.
Yeah,
this is our topic of today: writing diaries.
Okay.
So some people say that I don't want to write my diaries because I don't have the proper style. I don't have the eloquent style. يعني الأسلوب المنمق. The eloquent style to write my diaries. So I can answer him that, who cares? Write whatever you wish, because these are your diaries. They belong to you, not belong to others.
It's not going to be published.
So no one will publish them. The most important rule in writing diaries is there are no rules.
Okay.
There are no rules. There are no rules in writing diaries.
Okay.
Neither rule nor structure, and you are not obliged to do certain things or certain procedures to write your diaries.
Okay.
Do anything. Some of them stick some pictures, some of them draw some sketches, some of them just write their diaries. Okay. So health experts say that it's very useful for you to write the diaries.
Okay.
First of all, you can expose your emotions, because so many people
You can expose your
You can
expose.
You are able. Yes, you are able to write down your emotions.
Even to remember it after a while.
Them.
Yeah.
And
so the diary should be. Do you think that it should be private and it's just kept secret, and no one would
sometimes
read it except for you? Or
yes.
It's okay if anyone offers your diary and we start reading.
Sometimes when we talk about the journal, it is more personal than diaries. Journal. Yes. Nowadays they separate journal means that your very private diaries. Listen.
How could you find the time to write?
Sometimes I don't have enough time to write, so I ask my wife.
I mean, the time involved writing the diary.
Yeah.
Whether you start, for example, at the end of the day, before sleep, when you are just...
Or any story, you just write it down.
By the way, you don't need to write every day.
You're after the steering wheel. And
you don't have to write every day.
Okay.
Just the important events that you faced. And to answer so many questions that you find difficult to have answers in your mind. Just write them down and you will find the answers very easily. Very easily. Yes. So this is about the psychological and the health experts say that write your diaries, write the problems you face on papers. You will be more able to solve them than keeping them in mind. So this is the second.
Why, please?
How? Because the virtual idea that is just in your mind is not as transparent and is not as clear as when you write it down on paper.
Yeah.
This is a difference.
You're just collecting the facts maybe or something.
When you have a problem in your mind, so it will not be as clear as when it is on paper for you.
Why?
Because your mind have many other problems, you know, got
This is
occupied.
number one.
Yeah.
So you are crashing.
You will lose focus.
You will lose focus.
You will lose focus.
Exactly.
While when you write it down on paper, so you will concentrate more on this very problem.
It's just like you're consulting somebody about your problem.
Exactly.
I've got a problem and tell me,
Exactly.
I've got a problem. Would you help me? Then
Yeah.
just how to solve it, how to deal with it. And then I just talk to Dr. Muhammad or to you or to any other person about my problem. They're consultants. Now I'm just taking the advice
Consulting myself.
myself.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have the solution, but you don't know how to bring it up.
Yeah.
Because you are always busy, you have so many thoughts that are crashing, and there's a jam, there's traffic jam in your mind. So this leads us to the American saying about writing. This leads us to the American saying, writing is rewriting. It means when you write something and you revise it, and again and again and again, so it would be more perfect than just keeping it in mind. So writing is rewriting. So more aware about the thing, the goals you want to achieve. And the human development expert and trainers always advise us to that if you have a goal you want to achieve, just write it on paper, stick it on the wall, or sorry, put it on the wall or on the fridge. This would make you so more focusing about the goal you want to achieve. So writing diaries helps you to achieve goals more easily and more perfect.
I remember that if you watch the TV shows, the criminal detectives, they always make like a board and they collect facts and they hang it on the board so they can solve these facts easily, I guess. So it helps them to remember again and again.
So there's a saying in English: the more you approach the problems this way in writing, the more you approach the problems this way, the better you will be able to experience and solving them.
Okay.
So it's just to write them.
Just write
them. Yes, just write them. And as a museum manager, he started this project, the Great Diary Project. The project rescues diaries and provides a permanent of thousands of unwanted diaries. Yes, he announced that we have a project. Anyone who has the diaries, anyone who has his father's, his dead, for example, dead ancestors' diaries, just bring them to the museum, because we will collect thousands of unwanted diaries.
No matter if those people were popular or something.
What they wrote, no matter their ranks, no matter what their background, their ethnic background. He said that the project protects and cares for diaries to help future historians. Because these diaries will be so helpful for the historians to know the atmosphere, for example, 100 years before.
Yes, you're right.
So this project, he called it the Great Diary Project. He said that it helps.
It's really great.
historians.
So they became just like legacy or heritage.
Yeah.
Yes, it's heritage. Because
It's history.
About our life, our ancestors' life.
The actual life.
My experience in El Douania. Back in that day, I woke early in the morning. Then I got dressed. Then I walked into the to the street, to the main street. 10 minutes, it was freezing out there. Until I rode in the car and got to the garage station. I remember calling Mr. Faez then, and he replied to me and told me that he was waiting for me in the car. So I got in his car because it was freezing out there, and then we called Mr. Haider, and he was like he was late like always. This is for you.
والله زين تتذكرني انت. لا انا قعدت وجع من وقت بالمناسبه انت تقول لي جاي متاخر لكن ما ماشي علي.
Okay. Then we took the car to El Douania to the Cambridge Academy. We had a lot of fun there, and nearly it was my first time to give a seminar related to English, and it was about listening. I remember the flattering and the compliment I got there, So I love the feeling. So I got the courage now to do it again, and
3, 2, 1.
Arabic or English?
Okay.
Arabic.
No, this will be in English.
No, Arabic. Don't care. Never care.
Okay. After months of misery, just this week, my car's being fixed at a repairman, as a mechanic, and although that it's really that it was in disastrous state, the conditions very bad. So I got it fixed.
Yeah.
Yes, it's on the way. So I'm not totally fixed. Yes, and I'm starting a new project of my study.
Okay.
For the this is also new project. I don't want to say it. And
For your study, like Victoria or something?
perhaps yes.
Okay.
And really under pressure of work this week particularly. That's because I got to school in the morning and work translation in the evening, and so I'm very tired, exhausted. So that this week is really work week. Yes, just I go to bed. When I sleep, I fall asleep just like that person. And really, that the teaching results, teaching kids English is very fruitful, and I'm just harvesting its results. Really, I can find development and writing their new strategies to teach kids, and really happy with it. Yes, and this week I'm very though tired, but I could go to bed earlier than the other weeks. So about 12, I would just snorting. So yeah, yes. For example, yes, and.
By end of this exercise, we'd like to end our session, and we hope it would useful for you. And I hope you will start writing your diaries.
Thank you.
Because they matter.
You actually encouraged us to, start a...
They do matter.
Yeah.
Your diaries do matter.
Yeah.
If not for you, for others.
It really helps us. So what you think of today's
Really
topic?
that each person, no matter how boring or just trivial they are, that they're a piece of history for the coming generations.
Okay.
So their lives are not important for them. Their lives will be important for the others, not the family, but the whole society. Yes, each person is a sample for that can their languages, their accent, their language, their behavior, their emotion, their problems, the way they could solve their problems when they're written. They will be just lessons for the future to be learned.
You will forget the feeling also,
Yes.
When you experience something and you will just feel all the joyful and the experience you've had, then you just forget it, and after a year ago, you will lose the sense and the feeling that you've tested, back in then. Like what I said here in Duania. When I wrote it now, I remember how I was happy and then I was, enjoyed that time, and actually I should encourage myself to do it again. So I just found out that right now, just when I was writing it. So I believe that writing is really important for us. So thank you very, very much for your, time and, preparing this topic, and I guess we will all encourage here, and also those who will get watch this video, I guess also they will be encouraged to, to do it again.